right now, um, and I'm glad that you are all here for tonight's live tutorial. Sorry we haven't been. Amen. So without further ado, let's get started. So first thing is that we are going to create our sheet, and I got this beach thing. Even the way I started before I got this thing, so I got this thing from Google, but I'm going to give it to you too. So I'm going to duplicate it on the untitled too, and then what I did here was actually quite, well, not different. What I actually did here was not quite difficult. So as in the part that bled, the bled part. So the first thing that you need to do is that you need to have your background, then you duplicate it. So after you duplicate it, turn the duplicated one off and then move to the rectangular tool. Now we are going to draw a rectangle in the middle, and we are going to use these to curve the rectangle in. Now here is another effect that you could do. If you double click on one of the dots, you can move only that angle in a certain manner so that you get all the weird shapes that you want. So that you get all the weird shapes that you prefer. So maybe you want like a text box or something like this. It's available in Photoshop, just that Photoshop does not put these things in their description, so it's very hard to find. So I'm just undoing all one by one, because I think that when you do it one by one like that, I think it's okay. So when you curve it in, then when you curve it in as such, then you pin it. So I'll be back after a short break. Please give us a second. Wow, what some wonderful music that we have here at the Flow Center. Alright, so now let us move on to the next step of this effect. So now the duplicated picture that you've duplicated of the background, first of all, lock it in to make a difference, so you know that this is a duplicate, this is original. So now that we have a duplicated thing, you are going to convert this thing into a smart object that is the background, and then you are going to do a Gaussian blur. So the Gaussian blur depends on you how blur you want it to be. So now we create a clipping mask with the background, and as you can see it is completely blurred out, so it's only a section, so it won't affect the photo in any way when you decide to expand it a little bit. So I'm looking at the design to do this. I think I use aqua wax for the text, that is the flow prayer meeting text. Flow prayer meeting, aqua wax. First of all, I need to pick the font aqua wax. I picked the medium and I picked flow prayer meeting, and then you can draw for the line and the arrow. For that one, I think I got it from somewhere, or I actually did it myself. No, I remember what I did from the original design that I took, then I duplicated it. So flow prayer meeting, so we are just going to scale it properly over here, and then the next thing that we are going to do is that we'll draw a thin line. But if you know how to draw the lines already, you can draw one with a rectangle, or you can draw one using the rectangular marquee tool. So maybe you create a new layer. When you create a new layer, then you take your paint bucket, then you fill it in, then you get this sort of line. So you can move it around, you can expand it just like a rectangle. But because of easier means, I'm going to duplicate this, and I'm going to scale it below the flow prayer meeting that's on this design, because it is this one is the box here is slightly smaller than what we usually have. So with Prophet Die Keyword Mills, and then I take my line. Usually I have to zoom in because it's very small. So turn it off. Yeah, the line. So I duplicate it and then untitled 2. So as you can see, it's very long. As you can see, it's a very long line. So we want to change the, so we are expanding, and then we are doing my destination, but I couldn't watch because I was very busy at the moment. So Alt, and then you move it appropriately. So if you are so like accurate and you want these fonts or whatever I'm using, you can have them I will upload them all in one bouquet when I'm done. Okay, so for the logo, well, you can use any logo, but for this I'm going to duplicate it, so it's just a bit of duplicates and this. So now I'm going to duplicate the text. It's just a text that I've linked together, and I can't remember what text it was. So in order for you to move it together, that is the rectangle and then the box, you can expand it and make it to your creativity. All right, So now we have this First Love Church thing there, and I think basically that's it. You don't need to add any pictures, nothing special, just this simple basic graphic. Very simple but very eye-catching. Now yeah, that's basically everything. So this Facebook and YouTube thing, I made it myself and I merged it together. So if you want the same thing, then you can check the folder and then Alt Control S and save on your computer and JPEG. So your JPEG, as usual, it should be standard, and your quality, it should be 10, which is the maximum limit. Please do not send it higher. Richard, on the other hand, when he's teaching, he will take it higher. Why? Because he's a high quality guy. Everything must be high quality for him. So, well, for Richard, we leave his case to God. Training session, and I've announced the Flow Events PSD on the platform. Sorry, the other video that I just did a few minutes ago. So I'm done with this. I think it's very short, right? Not even less than a few minutes. I will check um, the time that I spent on it. But apart from that, thank you for watching. God bless you, and thank you for watching. God bless you, and I hope we'll meet next time for another interactive interactive meeting like this. So if you want me to start one-on-one Zoom meetings, I'm always available to start one-on-one Zoom meetings. So you can just email me or email the other guy so that he can have a one-on-one Zoom meeting with you guys. Okay, so thank you very much for coming, and see you next time.